Tonight on Behind the Lens, a look at the life of the innovative and controversial filmmaker, Corky Schwartzkopf. No stranger to the camera, Corky began her film career at an early age.
Yeah, I mean, I started in the business, as a child actor, and really my first big role was I was an underdog, and which was great to play. In this particular movie, I played in a football drama. I guess that's what you would call it. It's so common these days, but back then they were very unusual, and particularly for women, let alone children. Well, I got my first big break shooting the Millennium Hoop commercial. You may have heard of that. They took a chance on me. They really did, and they made millions. Even despite the fact that they were sued, it's really unfortunate that people did die. But those were really strange accidents. You really couldn't blame them. But in any case, once we added the disclaimer,
may cause stuffy nose, fever, constipation, and/or death-like symptoms.
their sales went through the roof.
Corky has been widely criticized for her approach to directing. She has been described as ruthless, demanding, even abusive.
I'm not here to make people comfortable. My job is to get the best performance out of my actors that I possibly can. Frankly, I think that they would agree that it's been worth it.
One actress who agrees wholeheartedly is Lucy Von Vittel.
She changed my life. She took me off the streets. She gave me a home. She gave me a job. Well, she did have, this isn't on the record, is it? But she did have some rather unorthodox methods.
Lucy! Lucy!
Oh, what's that noise? Oh.
Lucy, get up. It's time to get to work.
But I'm really grateful to her anyway. If it wasn't for the restraining order, then, I could really be spending a lot more time with her.
Corky went on to direct a string of music videos, including one starring the most successful conjoined twins in Hollywood history, Teresa and Teresita Jones.
She really took us under her wing when a lot of other people wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. It's really hard. I mean, especially with our condition, which is our career is totally taken off. We're in everything now.
We're on our own music video now.
Mm-hmm. And in a brand new movie, you guys. Oh, okay.
It's a great fighting scene.
Great fighting scenes where we basically fight off the criminals. It's sort of like Charlie's Angels.
Set in the jungle. It's,
yeah. Two
pretty
really
good.
hot girls fighting off crime, evil, stuff like that.
It's gonna be a big hit.
I really see those commercials and the music videos especially, I see them as stepping stones to the types of films that I'm doing right now. Look at Dan McGrew.
The shooting of Dan McGrew is thought by many critics to have heralded the revival of the Western as an important storytelling medium.
When I cast Johnny in that role, I took kind of a chance on that. But he was perfect. Yes, I didn't know that he was mute. He can't speak. But that aside, I feel like I really turned that around. I just made it a silent movie.
We recently sat down with Corky on the set of her latest project, a remake of Flashdance, where we met Klaatu Mothra, the controversial star of Corky's runaway hit Squatch Encounters of the Alien Kind.
Squatch Encounters was a lucky accident. A really lucky accident, considering what could have happened. There I was, hunting Bigfoot with Teresa and Teresita's younger sisters. It's an annual thing we do. And I just captured what was happening before my eyes. So actually, Squatch Encounters was more a reality show than anything else. If the girls hadn't convinced Klaatu to set aside her hatred of New Age music, well, none of us would even be here today.
I mean, there's so much more music out there than just New Age music. Is that all you heard?
Klaatu has such a commanding presence. The camera loves her, and I knew I wanted to work with her again. I had a heck of a time getting a hold of her, but SETI took an interest in the story, and hey, you know, the rest is history. Turns out Klaatu was thrilled to return to Earth and immerse herself in, well, good music. That is correct. That New Age music was so horrible. Ugh. But now I know all about really good music. I am a lover of what you call funk music. It is really good music. Country, I don't care for, but funk, I love it. It is so great. I really like it. What I love about Klaatu is that she is so willing to participate in the discovery process. In fact, she's still very involved in her drum circle. And it turns out Klaatu is a great dancer, just a natural, you know. So when the opportunity to remake Flashdance fell in my lap, well, hey, it was a no-brainer who to cast in the lead. Bottom line is, Klaatu and I are like kindred spirits. I feel like I've tamed the beast, so to speak.
Tune in next week for part 2 of Corky Schwartzkopf, Behind the Lens.